Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Talk with Miss Sam, the show where we talk about life, truth, faith, and the things many people are afraid to say out loud. Today's topic is something many people don't recognize until it's too late. Sometimes in life, the biggest danger isn't failure, it's distraction. And sometimes certain people come into our lives not to help our destiny, but to delay it. So today we're asking an important question. How do you recognize when someone is sent to distract you? And our guest for today is our one and only doctor. Please join me and welcome Dr. Kemi. I'm so glad to be here, Miss Sam. Thanks for the invite. You're very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Now to today's topic. Dr. Kemi, many people think distraction is just laziness or lack of focus. But sometimes it's deeper than that, right? Yes, very true. Distractions often come in the form of people, opportunities, or situations that look harmless at first. But their real purpose is to pull you away from your purpose. And the dangerous thing about distraction is this. It rarely looks like a problem. It often looks attractive, exciting, or even helpful. That reminds me of a story in the Bible, Nehemiah. In the book of Nehemiah, he was rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem, but some people didn't want him to succeed. So they invited him to come and meet them. But their real intention wasn't friendship, it was distraction. And Nehemiah responded with a powerful statement. He said, I am doing a great work, so I cannot come down. He understood something many people today don't understand. Not every invitation deserves your attention. Dr. Kemi, is there any sign to know when someone is in your life as a distraction? Miss Sam, there are many signs, but we always ignore them. Let's go through these signs one after the other. First, they constantly pull you away from your goals. Whenever you're trying to focus on your dreams, your work, or your spiritual growth, but someone keeps pulling you into unnecessary drama. Every time you start making progress, they appear with gossip, arguments, or problems. Exactly. If someone consistently pulls your attention away from your purpose, that's a major warning sign. Another sign is confusion. When someone enters your life and suddenly your peace disappears, you start doubting yourself. You start questioning things that were once clear. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 14:33, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. So when confusion becomes constant, you need to pause and evaluate the situation. Exactly, Miss Sam. The third sign is they discourage your growth. Sometimes distraction comes in the form of discouragement. When you talk about your goals, they laugh. When you talk about improving yourself, they say it's pointless. Some people are comfortable staying where they are. So when you start growing, they try to pull you back. And sometimes it's not even intentional. But if someone constantly discourages your progress, you must protect your focus. I once heard a story about a young man preparing for an important exam. But every night his friends called him to hang out. They said, relax, you study too much. He followed them for months. When the exam came, he wasn't prepared. That distraction cost him an entire year. So what should you do when you recognize a distraction? 1, protect your time. 2, protect your focus. 3, protect your purpose. And remember something important. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. So if you are working on something important in your life, your dreams, your calling, your faith, be careful of distractions. Because sometimes the enemy doesn't stop you with obstacles. He stops you with distractions. Dr. Kemi, we appreciate you coming today. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. And to all our viewers, thank you for joining us on Talk with Miss Sam. I'm so honored to be here, Miss Sam. And whenever I come on Talk with Miss Sam show, I always gain a lot. So thanks for hosting such a great talk show. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And remember, if you are doing something great in life, don't come down for distractions. Have you ever experienced someone distracting you from your purpose? Share your story in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye.